second pro day today. And as previously reported, both the 49ers general manager John Lynch and their head coach Kyle Shanahan are expected to be in attendance, and that is important for a number of reasons. Take a look at Mel Kiper Jr.'s mock draft 4.0. He unveiled it yesterday here on this show, and you see where the big five quarterbacks are currently scheduled to go. He's got Mac Jones in there at 3 to San Francisco. Justin Fields falling all the way to being the 5th quarterback here. Can that change today? So let's set the stage for what is a very important day in the process. And Kimberly Martin among those who's gotten up with us today. Kimberly, who do we know is going to be at this pro day, and why is that important?
A lot of NFL teams, including the 49ers, but also the Falcons, the Panthers, and the Patriots. A lot of people are interested in what Justin Fields can do, and for good reason. But he already had a pro day, right? So what is he going to show this time around? Nothing except who he is. He had a spectacular pro day. This isn't about Justin Fields trying to convince the 49ers that he should be their pick at number 3. His inner circle has already told him, look, just be you, and that's good enough. Whatever the Falcons, whatever the 49ers do, that's on them. Just go out there and have a good pro day, which I'm sure he will.
Yeah, you know, the teams involved are so fascinating. Again, 49ers sitting at 3, the Falcons sitting at 4, the Panthers at 8, and they just made a trade for a young quarterback. The Patriots, everyone knows the circumstances there. But Mike T., the reason I wanted to get you in this conversation, because we talked about this a little earlier, and Tedy essentially posited that at this stage, you know who you're taking. These teams know what they're doing. They've done so much work on all of this. So I guess I have a two-part question for you, Mike T., as one who has run 2 different front offices. At this point, do these teams know who they're taking? And if they do, then what is at stake in this pro day today?
Well, absolutely, they should know. I totally agree with what Tedy said. What's at stake is quite a bit. I think Justin Fields gets credit for showing up, and you just never know. You know, Kyle Shanahan has moved around in his career. He tried to bring Kirk Cousins out to San Francisco. He had Matt Schaub from Atlanta going to Houston. You never know. And 3-4 years from now, having time with Justin Fields today, it just makes good sense. Remember, no combine, no traditional pro days, no visits back to the facility. So it speaks a lot to the professionalism of Kyle Shanahan, John Lynch, their GM. They're being very thorough, and you never know what's going to happen. But there's no doubt in my mind they have already made up their mind.
So Tedy, if that is the case, then what are you looking to see from a Justin Fields? What do you see in him as you watch him?
What I see him is, I mean, obviously there are all the physical traits that we've all talked about. I think additionally with this extra workout, I think Justin's saying, hey man, you want me to jump through all these hoops? Fine, I'll jump through these hoops, whatever you need to see. So the physical things, of course, he'll show them again, all of his athletic ability, all of the throws that he can make. I think Mike T is right though, the relationships that he'll form in this workout with everyone that is there, how they will get comfortable with him. Yeah, this is a guy that I can see as our quarterback. Now, he's not the guy we'll probably take at this certain draft pick or something like that, but sure, Justin Fields is a guy that has that open-mindedness that if I got to see something from him, he'll do it. He'll jump through the hoops. I think that's what he's showing more importantly in this workout is that you want to see it again, I can do it again because I'm that kind of competitor.
And the Falcons have a big decision to make at 4. The Panthers have a big decision to make. Maybe they take a quarterback. Maybe they trade out of the spot to someone who wants to come up there. Maybe that someone is the Patriots. Desmond, I feel like if the draft had been held 2 days after the season, Justin Fields would have been the 2nd pick in the draft. Here we are 3 months later, and everyone has picked everything about him apart, and he has fallen in this way. What do you make of that, of the process, and of the way the narrative has sort of been formed around this particular player?
Well, the beauty about the draft is because we do have it so much later after the season, it gives these guys an opportunity to really look at the film, break down the tape, and then see what these guys are about. And the reason we're talking about Justin Fields so much is because he's been coveted since he came out of high school. You're talking about a 5-star recruit, and he had a fantastic career at Ohio State. And now what you're starting to do, Green, is you start to split hairs. You need to see what separates one from 1A from 1B and things of that nature. And that's what they're going through at this point. So I think that Justin Fields is going to have a really good pro day. Now, his last pro day, he said he wanted to run a 4.3. He only ran a 4.4, and I say only because he wanted to run a 4.3. Maybe today he runs runs the 4.3, and he feels better about his pro day. But it gives them a chance to really lay eyes on Justin Fields, to see how big this kid is, to see how he's built, and then have even things that will be considered casual conversations, but I think there are always underlying messages under casual conversations with GMs and head coaches. So it gives them an opportunity to talk to him and kind of pick his mind to see what type of kid he is too.
So the bottom line of it is, again, Mike T, I want to sort of pin this thing down. The 49ers are coming to this. Kyle Shanahan will get the opportunity, for whatever that is worth, maybe down the line in the future, to spend some time around him, and who knows what that might lead to. But is there anything that Justin Fields can show or do today that, if you were making that decision at number 3, could sway you at this stage in the process?
No way. And as Tedy said last hour, they should be fired if they gave up 2 first-round picks and a third-round pick for uncertainty. A couple of years ago, when we drafted Mark Sanchez, we traded up from 17 to 5. But we went through the whole process. We worked out guys like Josh Freeman. And once all the hay was in the barn, then we made the trade. You can't make a trade of that magnitude without 100% certainty. It's good business to be there. You're going to learn something about Justin Fields. There's other prospects there. But in my mind, there's zero he could do today. Whatever decision they've made, to me, it's firmly etched in pen, not pencil. And they're going to just go there today because it's part of their responsibility.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.